Hey everybody, Jason Blaha here with Ice Cream Fitness. Well, let me give you guys a bicep shot. Alright, today I want to talk about how I fit foods into my macros and how I personally do flexible dieting. I've had a few questions on this, and it seems like a lot of guys really get confused when they have to deviate away from a standard meal plan to where they've pre-planned all their food for a week. They really seem to struggle on how to fit foods into their macros, for a day and just do it on the fly while on the go and while going out to eat, while picking stuff at the grocery store that they're going to cook for dinner that night. And it seems to be really confusing. And first of all, I'm going to point out, again, watch my video on determining your protein needs, and then my other one on determining your fat needs. And I'm going to simplify this for you a little bit. And I see this on forums and other places where you get lots of guys who go, I've determined my macro needs and I need exactly this much carbs, fat, protein, and calories every day. And then they try to hit those exact numbers every day, within 1% margin of error, and you'll drive yourself fucking nuts doing that. And there's not even a benefit to doing that. There's just no point. You're wasting your time. What you need to do, again, determine your fat needs and your protein needs, because you don't have carb needs. Carbs should just be used as your filler calories when you're doing this, because whatever calories you have left after you fill your fat needs and your protein needs, which are essential, should be mostly carbs, because you need them for training. Carbs are very anabolic due to the insulin response. They replenish muscle glycogen, but you don't have a specific carb need. Granted, more is always better, but that's also one reason you gain more muscle and strength on the bulk when you're in a surplus. So again, more is better there, but you don't have specific needs on that. And let's say take someone like me who's around 200 pounds, and I eat about 3,500 calories a day right now. And so what I would do, for me, I just look at it and go, okay, I need about 80 grams of fat, and I need about 200 grams of protein, maybe a little more. And I usually go a little higher on protein because it's personal preference. But I don't sit down and go, well, I need X amount of carbs also. No, I just try to hit those numbers and roll with it. And so what I might do is, I know I have pretty high protein needs and I'm going to eat 200 to 250 grams of protein. I'm going to go ahead and have meat and things stalled out. I'm going to have my main protein source ready to go throughout the day so that I can just prepare it and eat it when I need to. So, whether it's chicken breast or steak or lean ground beef or Greek yogurt or whatever I'm using to get most of my protein, I might get 150 of my grams of protein from these foods. I don't really prepare other stuff ahead of time. What I end up doing is, I don't have a preset number of carbs. I just eat food. I just make sure that I eat high protein foods. If I go out to eat, for lunch for my first meal of the day, or dinner with family or someone, or with a friend, what I do is I just order high protein foods when I'm out. And I eat whatever I want. I order dessert. I might get a steak and a baked potato and some steamed veggies on the side, and then, get a slice of cheesecake for dessert. But most restaurants, they have calories and macros and things. They don't always have macros, but they have the calories. When you go to McDonald's, though, when I go there and get a Big Mac or something, they have everything. They have your carbs, fat, protein. And what you can do, I keep a total in my head. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with math. I don't forget numbers. So for me, I just track it in my head as I go. And if you have an app on your phone or something like that, you can just use your cell phone to do the same thing. Just track your food as you go. Since you're going to need a lot of protein, if you think you're going to be out and about eating later in the day, get a bunch of your protein earlier before that, so that you make sure you hit those needs. There's no need to necessarily track fat unless you're eating, just super low fat foods all day. There's no need to keep a super close eye on that until you get towards the end of the day. And if you've only had, 60 grams or 50 grams of fat throughout the day, and it starts getting towards evening time, and you have 500 or 400 calories left, you have things like some peanut butter and things laying around, or nuts, and just go ahead and make sure that you hit your fat macros for the day, and make up any protein that you've missed. If it's getting towards evening and you're still 20 grams or 30 grams short on your protein, I'm a protein shake. Just track it as you go, track the calories. And I don't even track carbs, to be honest, because I don't have carb needs. I just assume anything that I eat that isn't fat or protein is a carb. So I personally don't even track carbs. And so what I do throughout the day, let's say I start my day off with, for my first meal, I might have some pizza. I might break out a frozen pizza, and it'll be 700 calories, and I'll eat some grilled chicken breasts with that, and maybe a couple of kiwis or something to get some extra vitamins and minerals. and I'll go ahead and track that. And then if I go out later, for my next meal, let's say my wife gets home from work and we run to get something to eat, whether it's just Subway or we go to McDonald's or we go to a restaurant, just track my stuff there. And when you're at a restaurant and you don't have the exact grams of protein, I estimate. Look at that and go, okay, there's probably about 60 grams of protein in this meal. And I just plug it in, because you don't have to hit these numbers perfectly. The calories need to be perfect. But these are just rough guidelines, and as long as it's generally, if you go a bit over your protein minimum, even if you misestimated something on that, you have the calories right, you're still going to be in the clear. So as long as you get your 200 grams, let's say you had estimated you ate 230 that day because of foods you had to estimate that you didn't have labels on, but you had the calories for, well, so what if you missed it by 20 grams because you went ahead and ate 230, so even if you missed it by 20, you still got 210. And to me, it's just the easiest thing in the world. And then people, again, they want to worry about their micronutrients. But the question I would have for you, if you're getting all of your fat, dietary fat, you're getting all you get, so you're getting your essential fats, and you're getting most of your fat-soluble vitamins that way, and you're eating a fair amount of fruits and veggies. If you're eating 3,000 calories a day or 3,500 calories a day, and you eat some fruits and vegetables and you're not fat deficient, there's no fucking way you're deficient in micronutrients. I mean, if you pull the micronutrient profile on pizza, you'll be shocked how many vitamins and minerals are in a few slices of pizza. So a lot of these so-called junk foods and things are actually not micronutrient void. And again, your goal for micronutrients should be to hit the RDA on everything. You're not trying to eat 5 times the RDA, 20 times the RDA. And honestly, if you eat a few fruits and vegetables every day, and throw in a cup of broccoli and a cup of carrots, and pieces of fruit, you're just not really going to be deficient in anything. And sometimes I do go back and I kind of track it to make sure, but there's no need to be overly obsessed with that. As long as you're getting those foods and you have a good idea of the micronutrient profile of them, and there are websites you can use to find all of that data. You can Google them and find it really easy. And you can figure out how much of the RDA you've eaten off of various days or meal plans you've done, and you'll really notice that it really is extremely easy to hit the RDA on all of your vitamins and minerals sometimes while still eating 1,000 calories worth of Pop-Tarts or ice cream or pizza or whatever. You'll really be surprised how easy it is, as long as you incorporate a variety of fruits and vegetables and just a varied diet, how you actually exceed the RDA on pretty much everything. So again, there's no need to obsess over that. I mean, just eat the foods you enjoy, just track it as you go, and whatever numbers you've fallen short on as you get close to bedtime, whether it's your protein or your fat, just leave yourself a few hundred calories, your final meal or for a snack before bed, so that you can just fill whatever you missed, and all you have left is just calories. You hit those needs, and just drink a glass of chocolate milk for some extra carbs and protein and call it a day. And again, it is really that simple, and people want to overcomplicate it, but there's no need. It is really and truly that simple. And that's really all I have to say on that. So let me give you guys a couple poses. I haven't showed you guys my thighs in a while. They're definitely growing. Quads of peace, and give you guys another bicep shot. And I'll talk to you next time.